Hi everyone, it's JulieAnn here with Baking with Friends Part 2. So if you joined me earlier, I was with my friend Alicia and we were making Italian-esque cookies. It was her family's recipe of Italian cookies. And for some reason, Instagram completely just deleted the video. Alicia, if you're out there, the video that we did together was live, and if you missed it live, I don't have a copy of the video, which is craziness and a half because we spent almost an hour doing that together. So I did want everyone to know, though, that we made these amazing cookies together, and these are the results of said cookies. They are in their S shape. I went ahead and I used lemon zest, and I used lemon and vanilla extract instead of the anisette flavor or the anise flavor because I just didn't have it on hand. But when we were baking them today, all it is flour, butter, sugar, milk, eggs, baking powder, and you cream your butter and your sugar, and then you go ahead and add in your flour and baking powder, your eggs, and your vanilla or your anise extract, and then alternate that with milk, and that's how we made the dough together. And we created these S shapes, and I don't have the video, and I apologize to everybody out there because Instagram was being evil to me. So I'm gonna actually show you, and if Alicia's still around, tell her to come back on so we can go ahead and show at least the powdered sugar glaze part because Instagram was evil to me and I was not pressing my buttons fast enough, I guess, for the app. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys really quick. So Alicia and I, we went ahead and made these cookies together, but she did mention that you don't want your cookies to be hot when you glaze them, for the most part because the glaze is gonna go ahead and fall off of them when you go ahead and put the sprinkles. These are baked and they've been cooled for just a few minutes now since we just finished doing the original Baking with Friends filming. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the glaze that Alicia went ahead and showed us all how to make. So we're gonna go ahead and take 6 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and I am gonna go ahead and grab a half a tablespoon of milk, which is in my freezer right now. So I've got half a tablespoon of milk right now, right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pour that directly into my bowl. And I've got some vanilla extract, and if you don't want to use vanilla extract, you can also just use lemon juice if you were using lemon zest from earlier and you've already zested the lemon and you want to go ahead and use the juice, you can do that as well. I'm just going to go ahead and use some vanilla extract. I'm going to go ahead and do a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to go ahead and just put that right into the glaze. So in my bowl, it's just milk, powdered sugar, and vanilla, and I'm going to mix that together. Now, the consistency that we're looking for is we're trying to find something that's, oh, there's Alicia. Alicia!
Hi.
Alicia, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I had the
Technology,
video.
right?
I was going to go in the archives, and then I pressed the button and it disappeared. And I don't have us baking it together, which I'm really sad about because we had lots of
food in the background.
I'm just showing everybody the glaze though, because at least we can have that up on the archives for those that like want to go ahead and follow along. But I'm so sad that they didn't get to see us actually make the cookies together.
I know. It happens though. Technology, it always is like that.
I know. I mean, but I gotta say that
you're on live.
I'm grabbing some more milk and I'm adding that to the glaze. And you were saying that you could just add more milk and vanilla to the powdered sugar until it's just a little bit runny, right? So I'm gonna keep on adding in half teaspoon increments or half tablespoon increments. So I'm just whisking this together, like so.
Me too.
I'm so sad because that tutorial was, you know, this gives us an excuse now, Alicia, to make more cookies with different extracts.
She makes brilliant Italian thumbprint cookies, and we usually try to do like a random cookie.
New one.
Like a new one. Like one year we made these biscottis with pistachios.
Yeah.
Didn't come out great.
You don't always win them all.
They're not all winners.
Alicia, just to check, this glaze looks okay? The consistency of the
Maybe a little bit too runny. Maybe add a
Too
little
runny.
bit more.
a little bit more powdered sugar.
Yeah. All right.
Yours still running too.
Yeah.
So for those of anybody who's curious that might be watching at random later on, Alicia and I made these S cookies together, and the power of technology failed JulieAnn because she pressed the button and it didn't upload, it just disappeared. So into the ether goes our work.
Right. It's so crazy that you can't it doesn't archive it too, automatically.
I know, it's very strange, and I had it set on my phone, and maybe I'll find it later on, where it's supposed to, but it never shows up. So, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
But
sometimes they archive everything, so hopefully you will be able to find it.
I hope so. And if not, I guess I'll just have to have you on again, Alicia, and you have to show us another Italian cookie.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, I'm mixing this glaze.
That just gives me an opportunity to get more video camera equipment and start, I don't know, steady cam that whole thing.
Oh, that'd be great. Then you could do close-ups and things, Chico, and you can come
Right.
back and forth. Let's see. All right, I'm adding in a little bit of more powdered sugar because you said it needs to be a little thick, right?
Yeah. Let me try
this too runny?
too. It might work. I would dip a cookie just to see, dip it in, pull it over so it's face up, and see if it drips down the side. And mine's not dripping at all, so it's perfect.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this cookie. I've just been adding milk, powdered sugar, and a little bit of vanilla. And I am going to take the cookies that we went ahead and we made, and I'm gonna dip it. Doesn't seem to be running off the sides. I think that'll be okay.
And you're good?
And you say, and actually it's great that you're back because now you told me that you dip the cookies and then you sprinkle them in batches, right? You don't have to sprinkle
Yeah,
them
I do
right away.
4 or 5 and then do some sprinkles. Well, I mean, if you have an assembly line of people, I could just be the dipper and Chico will come over and do all the sprinkling. Or I do all the baking. Usually in the past, it used to be me bake and my brother would do all the frosting and the sprinkling. That was our
This is the one that I totally took a bite out of earlier, right there. Because I couldn't wait.
You're only eating it, so it's okay.
That's fair. So I'm gonna dip all of these. I think the glaze, the 6 tablespoons of powdered sugar is good for about about 12, I think.
Yeah,
And then you make more as you go.
exactly.
And actually, I think it's a great idea because I hate when you make frosting and then you have way too much frosting left over.
Right? And you're like,
And then
what can I frost right now?
exactly. So I'm gonna do, and you're right, this dries really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty immediate, actually. I feel like it's pretty quick. All right. And you missed our torrid tale of Easter-colored sprinkles, everybody.
Yeah. Our pastel pinks and
Pastel sprinkle situation.
not Christmas colory.
These are not Christmas colors at all. I am going to do, they kind of do look like Easter, which I'm okay with because sprinkles are delicious. And actually, I'm going to try the other non-parallels as well, just to give it a little bit of a difference.
Nice, yeah. I like it.
Those Easter colors are kind of weirding me out a little.
Because we're in the Christmas season.
Because we're in the Christmas season and I'm staring at them and you're right. I just think spring. It just feels like spring.
Has it snowed yet in New York or not yet? Have you
No, not yet. Not that I've noticed. I think it might have had a little bit upstate, but down here, no, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had to bust out my winter coat yet, which has been really nice. I do love the transitional weather in New York, though, where it comes from fall into winter because it doesn't get really cold really fast, which
Yeah,
is
there's
nice.
no transitional weather pattern here in California. It goes from hot to cold pretty quickly. Or just stays hot and you have fires.
Oh no, I know. My parents' house, we were close to the fire lines for the lightning fire that was up there.
Oh,
a bit
yeah.
ago, and it was a little scary.
I bet.
But everything turned out.
Everyone knows someone that's dealing with, fires nearby.
Okay. The good news about having to do, we're kind of having like a pseudo part 2, is that I have another batch of cookies that are in the oven that are about to come out in a minute or two, that at least I can show everybody. And we're all making glaze together. And I'm so happy that at least I have your expertise for a little bit. To show me what I'm doing wrong.
What'd you say?
All right, I've got some of my milk. I'm making more glaze.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get this last one as much of the glaze onto it before I make a new one.
Well, and then I was thinking that I probably should use my lemon from the lemon from earlier. I don't know if this is being a little too ambitious, and I'm going to use lemon juice for some of them. And I'm about to check these cookies, so all the people that are like, why the hell are you still on, JulieAnn? Like, an hour and 30 minutes after 3 o'clock. And that's because Alicia and I baked these wonderful S cookies, and Instagram did not archive it correctly. So now you're just watching us glaze it. And I'm going to pull some out of the oven. So at least I can show
product. Chico's holding up the finished product of the ones I just did.
Okay. I think the cookies in the oven need at least another 2 minutes, but at least I can show the finished products of glaze. So, Alicia, look, they do look like Easter. I don't know if you can see it from here. They look like Easter.
They look good, though. I like them.
I went with the non-parallel ones, too, so I have these, little...
Ours look like Easter, too, so you're not too far off.
I'm going to add lemon juice in this batch.
Ooh, that's going to be good.
Because I still have that lemon from the zest that I made earlier. But even the glaze comes together really quickly, and I think this is such a good, this is a really good recipe. Thank you to your family for having this recipe.
No problem. I feel like there's a lot of complicated Italian cookies, and this is one of the non-complicated ones. There's just so many different Italian pastries. It's crazy.
But it's amazing that you you went ahead and you've gotten passed down recipes, and everyone makes these, and everyone's got a different way of making them. You were mentioning before about how your aunt uses vegetable shortening instead of butter, and I think it's amazing that it's done like that. And I think that can be true for a lot of different family recipes. Everyone kind of remembers them the way that they want to remember them, and then they make them the way they want to make them.
Yeah, and that's the power of different types of ingredients. You can make it work, and it's all about how you want it to taste too.
Exactly. So I just glazed a cookie with glaze that was totally too thin, and now it's going on the side. But now I know. So my glaze now, this is thick enough. It's it runs, but it's droopy.
Yeah. I know. I just had to add some milk into mine because it got too stiff, too hard to stay. See if this is good.
All right. I'm going to eat the one with the glaze that I already bit off the piece of.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! We're going to have to make some lemon ones now.
So I can definitely taste the lemon in them because of the zest.
Uh-huh.
I put a little bit of vanilla, and I don't even think you needed the vanilla. You probably could just gotten away with just the lemon.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try it. We made a pumpkin pie that had orange zest in it for Thanksgiving, and it was wonderful.
Ooh, yum.
I approve of the zest.
I know zest is one of those things that you don't think about utilizing, and you're like, oh, there's not going to be that much flavor, just this much zest.
Right.
But
You don't realize how much it gives actual intense flavor. You always think like an extract is what's going to give you flavor, but man, when it's like actual fresh zest, I feel like it's really good.
that's where for anybody that like uses citrus and thinking that lemon juice is going to be where all the flavor is at, that's not true. The zest is actually where all the flavor comes from in the citrus fruit. So if you actually want more of a punch, then use zest. If you want less so, then use the juice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using lemon juice in this batch of the glaze that I made for this next batch, but I use vanilla for the first in my little pastel looking S cookies that I'm very excited about. I'm going to take those out of the oven, Alicia. That'll be our part 2, but part 1.
Right? I'm sure you'll be able to find it. I feel like with Instagram, you'll find it in your archives randomly.
Yeah. If not, this is what's going to go up, and I'm going to have you back, and we will make another set of cookies together. I feel like tis the season to make more cookies.
I'm always down. We'll be baking more too, so you want to do it later this month too. I have to bake more S cookies and more thumbprint cookies, and what's the other cookie that I make that I can't think of? Cinnamon cookies. I make these cinnamon cream cheese cookies.
Very
All right. So I've just taken out the second batch of S cookies from the oven. They're looking okay. I'm double checking the bottom.
Perfect. That's how mine looks. See?
And when you guys tried to make the milk.
Yay!
Perfect.
Oh,
All right. So now, really, part 2 of Alicia and JulieAnn making Italian S cookies happening again. And for those who didn't watch part 1, at least now you got to watch us glaze them for part 2, and we'll see you again. With big thanks, Alicia, for coming back on and doing this with me.
Welcome.
All right.
Bye. Bye.